Hi, I'm Chris Johnson, President of NorCal Mortgage. I want to talk to you about loan estimates. So when you get into a transaction on a purchase or a refinance, you will at some point receive a loan estimate. Now, prior to that, you should get something that's called an estimated fee worksheet. Now, this worksheet is going to give your terms of the loan, your rate and fees and things like that. But keep in mind that that is not binding. That estimated fee worksheet, that is preliminary. That doesn't mean that's the rate that you're guaranteed. And it's important to understand that because a lot of loan officers, they can issue this estimated fee worksheet to you showing a certain rate, but when the time comes and you actually go to have your rate locked in, the numbers could be different. So once your rate is locked, you will receive a loan estimate, and you want to make sure you look that over and you understand exactly what you're getting into. So you understand your overall cost, because it's very important, because amongst lenders, the fees will vary, interest rates do vary, and the cost to get those rates will vary. So if you look down below, you'll be able to upload your loan estimate. I'd be happy to personally review that for you and let you know if by chance I might be able to offer you something better. I can typically do this within a matter of hours of you uploading it. So please, by all means, it never hurts to get a second opinion. It doesn't cost you anything, and at least it will let you know that the deal you already have may be the best. So please follow along in my video here, and I'm going to show you an example loan estimate so you know what to look out for. Okay, so let's cover your loan estimate here. This is what it will look like when you receive it. Now, the most important thing you want to look at is the rate lock right here. So if the rate is locked, this is something that I can review for you. If the rate is floating, if it says no, then that means that that rate isn't protected and it's not locked in, and it could definitely change. So you want to make sure, get your rate locked in as soon as possible. And then you just want to look over, your loan amount, what is the rate? And then of course, your principal and interest payment here. And then you'll have mortgage insurance. Maybe you could have taxes and insurance escrowed. You may not do that. But what you really want to look at is, obviously down here, you'll have cash to close. Typically, if it's a purchase, this is a refinance. So this actually shows this money to the borrower. If it's a purchase, it'll say however much from the borrower. But when you go on to page 2, this is what I want to show you. So the important section to look at is section A. Now, this goes over all your loan costs. Okay, so you're typically, this first spot where it says points, that's an important number to look at, because whatever your rate is, like in this case, now this is an example loan estimate. So we have 4.25 on the rate. Now, the cost to get that 4.25 is actually 0.5%, or $750. Now, that will vary amongst lenders. I would never recommend paying more than 2 points. And I've seen some go way higher from certain lenders. So just double check that. You want to look at, is there an application fee? Is there an origination fee? Are there underwriting fees, processing fees, things like that? So these numbers could total up to be quite a bit. And that's why it's very important to take a look at that. Now, everything else on here is going to be pretty much the same amongst all lenders. Appraisal fees, those will vary a little bit, but they're all, section B is all third-party fees. But again, all lenders usually have their own appraisal management companies that they use, and those fees can vary amongst lenders. They typically won't vary by more than $100. Credit report fees, same thing. Those will vary amongst lenders. The difference could be anywhere between $100 and $150 of cost. Our credit report fees generally run around $95, just for reference. Now, these other fees, these are things that, they're pretty much going to be the same with all lenders. Now, you get down to section C, these are third-party fees. Now, these will be pretty much the same based on the title and escrow company or closing attorney that's being used. We do have specials in place for refinances where we don't have to use a physical title company. We have another way of doing kind of a light title package. And so it's going to be a much lower fee to the borrower. On a purchase, that's just going to be whoever you choose to handle your title and escrow, or the closing attorney. And same with the rest of it. This all should pretty much be the same with all lenders, section E, F, and G. So the biggest things you want to look out for is section A. What is your overall cost? And then also it's important to look down here under lender credits. Are you getting any kind of a lender credit? If you want me to look at your loan estimate, I would be happy to do that for you. Just go ahead and you can upload the loan estimate below. Make sure it's a locked loan estimate, and then I can get a response back out to you within a few hours. Thank you.